and welcome to this Monday's Live. It's a wonderful way for us to come together every week, make our weekly soul expression intentional, conscious, so that we can live through the journeys, live through the lessons in a more conscious and active way. So lovely. I just want to thank everyone who's tuning in from Instagram as well as from YouTube. So grateful that we get to do this every week, and that you choose to come in. You love your soul journey, and you love this journey that we are making together so that you can progress with it. So really grateful for that, and grateful for this community coming together. So we're going to start off with the theme of this week. I also want to do a little bit of a recap of the carry forward energy from last week. So a lot of people in the last week have been feeling the words that came up today that are coming up in the chat today: chaotic, overstimulated, getting into rabbit holes. One thing that I experienced, I have 3 highlights to share with you. The first highlight is I saw some new changes happen in the royal family, and generally I'm not the one to go on YouTube to binge watch on current affairs. It's never been my thing. But for some reason, that felt very important for me, or entertaining for me, or there was something going on there. So I went on YouTube. I started to inquire about what exactly happened with the former Prince Andrew, and why was he arrested, what's going on in the royal family side, all of that. That took me into Epstein files. That took me into watching the full documentaries. There are I think 4 or 5 episodes on Netflix called Filthy Rich for Jeffrey Epstein, and I watched all of that. I watched the one that is for his girlfriend, partner, friend, what's her name, Ghislaine Matthew. I watched everything about her. I started going into these rabbit holes, and there was no way to come out of them. If my algorithm on YouTube or Instagram is, especially on YouTube, if it's going to catch that, it's only going to give me more of that from now on. So I had to, intentionally delete all my viewing history and my search history, so that my algorithm doesn't really start giving me more of that stuff. And it really brought me to ask a question. Sometimes we go into these mental rabbit holes. We do that to because there's something that is within us, and we're really leading through that. The question is, are you getting into a rabbit hole because there's a soul lesson there for you, or is it based on fear and amplifying that fear? For me, unfortunately, it was the latter. Hi Kavya, welcome. And because it was the latter, it was literally a waste of my time. It was a waste of my emotions. I felt very fearful. I felt very sad. I was kind of in a state of apathy for a long time. So there's that one carry forward energy that is coming into this week. Whatever happens in my soul journey, I consider that to be a part of a collective monad experience. So I bring it in the collective experience as well. So you may be going through something similar too. So it's kind of like sharing that part of the story. The second thing that happened, it was a happy thing. It was my grandmother's birthday, my mother's mother, and I did a video call with her, and she actually recognized me. She's going through a phase in her journey where she can't remember, she can't recognize anyone. She doesn't recognize my grandpa many times. She doesn't recognize my mom, her daughter. So it's really hard. But when I tuned in, and when I sang happy birthday for her, she sang happy birthday for herself with me, and she recognized me. So it was a very gentle and subtle surprise. It was a very pleasant surprise. And I'm bringing in the energy of that into our collective as well, that there are things that may pleasantly surprise you. There are people that have loved you and are here with you in this journey, and they will surprise you, your loved ones, or people that are a part of your heart team, your internal, your core team. They may come back and surprise you. I hope that you get surprised too with something like that. And the third thing that I wanted to share was, through the sessions that I did last week, one overarching theme that had come was I was not going very esoteric. I was not going into star families and too much detail about what was happening in the cosmos or the galactic Akash or anything like that. Most of the information that was coming this week or last week during the sessions was very grounded, very clear. Some of it was about boundaries. Some of it was about having too many options and needing to make up your mind and really choose one small step at a time if there is overstimulation. And there was also something about really having courage to move forward with what you already know is true. So a lot is happening. The reason a lot is happening is because this week we are in the middle of two eclipses. 17th was a major eclipse. It was a solar eclipse, and on the 3rd of March we have another eclipse. It's a blood moon eclipse. So when you're in a phase where you're between two eclipses, there's always an energy of overexertion. There's a lot of stuff that is coming up. There's stuff as an influence from the eclipse that has passed and the preparation of the eclipse that is to come. So between these, there's a lot of flux energy. And today we are tuning into that theme definitely. So a lot of random things are happening, seemingly disjointed things are happening. And it's time for us to bring that to the word of what you are feeling, what you've been feeling last week, just a word that represents your soul journey last week. I would really love to hear from you what's going on with your life. Those who are listening to the recording on YouTube later, please leave it in your comments in the energy of the eclipse in this week. And we're also now going to start to tune in and see what is happening with the collective. So the way we do it is every week we go into the collective Akash. I see a vision, and while I see a vision, it's kind of like a guided meditation. So you can go through this experience. You can also listen to the guidance and see what is coming up for you. And if you feel to share, you can share it on the live chats as well, or on the chat later, and I can come back and respond to you as well. So as we tune in, let's get into a small meditation. If you are able to close your eyes and sit, that would be awesome. If not, you can still listen to it and tune in that way. So if you're able to close in your eyes and really sit and tune into the energies of this moment, allow yourself to connect with your beautiful breath. Really consciously going deeper and deeper, connecting and deepening your breath. There is nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. The only thing to do in this moment is to breathe in the best, deepest way you can. Now, as we tune in, I invite you to channel, to connect with, okay. So we'll just ground the energies, and once you feel a bit grounded and connected through your breath, tune into your heart and extend from your heart to go through your energy centers, through your spinal cord, through your crown chakra, and focus on this energy of anything that is happening either above your crown or in front of your third eye. Anything that is happening. It could be a tingling sensation, it could be a change in temperature, it could be something you're feeling as a feeling or emotion. You may see something, or nothing may happen at all, and everything is perfect. But really, being in that space poised for anticipation is also assisting us to hold this energy. So as you allow yourself to be here, I'm just going to see the vision for this week. What are they showing us from the Akashic realm for this week that is? All right, so the vision for this week was very interesting. Last week we had something about a knight sitting on a horse and riding through and having all those different experiences. This week, the experience is taming the dragon. So I think there is a theme for February of mounting on an animal, or mounting on a being and connecting with that and channeling that energy. So it could also be because we have entered the fire horse year, the Chinese New Year, and all these energies have become even more intensified. So what I saw was that a person is sitting on a dragon and really trying to tame the dragon. It's like, if it's an untrained horse and you're sitting on the horse, it takes time to break that. And unless you're an experienced horse rider, it's not going to be a good experience. It's not going to be an easy experience. So the vision was that you're sitting on a dragon and trying to tame the dragon. This dragon is a black dragon, and it's a water dragon. So the taming of the dragon is more like there's a taming of the emotions that are coming. There's these chaotic feelings that are coming, and giving you different perspectives of the same thing. The overthinking aspect of some experience that has gone by. Over planning or over preparation, or anticipating more than is needed, which becomes anxiety. So all of that, it's your mental plane and your emotional plane that is going through this taming process. And then I saw that the person sitting on this dragon goes deep down and splashes inside water, and the water is going deeper and deeper and deeper. And then on the other side comes out of the water, but still it's more like a part of this person and the dragon is still in the water, and half of it has come out. Now, some of you may feel, oh my God, that's a scary week. But no, it's actually just the opposite. Many things may have been feeling scary for you. Many, making new decisions or making a new start, trusting something, allowing the flow of life to work with you. All of those things may have been stopping you or haunting you, or kind of restricting you for a while. I won't use the word haunting, but kind of like that, it's being echoed around you. And yet this week is all about self-mastery. It's about mental toughness. It's about holding the strength in your mind so that you can navigate through this mental plane and then come out from the depths of your emotions. Go through those emotions. There's nothing wrong with going through deep emotions. In fact, it is beautiful. Once you go through the depth of emotions, it brings you in a level of emotional mastery. This week is about a balance between the mental and the emotional planes. And how can you really work with both of them at the same time? Your heart is wanting you to do something. Your mind is logically telling you to do something else. And now you want to find a way that can honor both. And sometimes you need to choose where and which way. So this week is actually the mind over matter, that kind of a week. So there may be some emotions that are still taking time to catch up with you. And while they're taking this time to catch up with you, there is still the mind, the rhythm, the routine, the structure that is allowing and creating a scaffold for you so that you can scaffold. It's creating that framework for you. So that it can hold you as these uncertainties work through you. So this is a week of really rationalizing things in a balanced way. So I'm seeing that even by the end of the week, this person is standing on the dragon, and it's half on the water, half in the water and half in the air. So the elements of air and water are really coming together, which is again the symbolism of mind and our mind, which is the air element, and emotions, which is the water element or the dream world. You may notice that you may get some visions or flashes through the week. This can be physical visions or physical flashes, or it can be intuitive insights as well. Now, another special thing about being sandwiched between eclipses is very heightened and attuned intuition. So there is whatever there is in the atmosphere, you can pick it up much faster. This is also a time when we've entered Mercury retrograde, and it's our favorite thing to blame. It's our favorite aspect to blame when things go wrong. So Mercury retrograde has got a bad name. It's got a little bit of a bad rep. However, Mercury retrograde is also a time which is very sharpened with intuition. So the intuition aspect is really sharp, very strong, and it is really about slowing down so that you can be in the right pace with the speed outside. And again, I'm seeing that February has been a theme of speed. External things are moving faster than internal, and because of that, this week is a focus around strengthening your mind, and really being able to hold that. Now, a lot of us, we wonder whether you should listen to your mind or listen to your heart. I remember this one conversation I had when I was, I think about 11 or 12 years old. We were crossing the road and I was holding my mother's hand, and I asked her, "Mom, should we listen to the mind or the heart?" And my mother said something to me that day which didn't resonate with me at that time, and for a very long period of time in my life. She said that the heart can take you in different directions if it's not held in the right way. That's why always listen to your mind. It will always keep you safe, it'll keep you out of danger, and it'll keep you stable. So and I truly and really wanted her to tell me that I listened to my heart, and that wasn't the case. This is the week like that. Always the case. And if you were to ask me on any random day, or even if you just woke me up and asked me, should I listen to my mind or my heart, I would definitely say listen to your heart. But this is the week where they're asking us to really tune into the logic, tuning into the intelligence and the rationale, and allowing that to help you. So how are you feeling about this? How is this sitting with you? Anyone who wants to share in comments, please feel free, and you can share it in comments, and I'll definitely try to navigate through this smoothly. Let's get into some light language activation, energy healing, so that we can navigate through this with ease and grace, so that we may not only go through the to the rise and the ebb and flow of this water energy that we are seeing, but we also enjoy this friendship with the dragon. They are unconscious. In this particular visual, they're showing you the dragon is that unconscious part of you, and to be able to tame that aspect of yourself. So how can you maintain a friendship or build a friendship with this part of you? And how can you navigate through the depths of your emotions by keeping mental strength and mental toughness? Now, there's nothing really wrong with the mind or following the mind. This is only later, when I started studying deeply the Egyptian mysteries, that I understood that mind there is an aspect of the mind which is this regurgitation part, where whatever we hear, whatever we experience, we just regurgitate it. And as we do that, we're not really learning any new information, but we're just recycling what we already know. But there is an aspect of the mind which is connected to the supreme mind, the higher mind, and that is the collective mind. And even beyond the collective, the whole oneness mind, the part of the mind of the divine. That higher mind has the divine intelligence and the perfect balance with the heart energy. And the same way, the heart also has that. There's a heart. The heart can have a lot of these emotions. It can go through lots of pain, lots of pleasure, lots of joy, lots of detachment, lots of attachment. But when your heart starts to tune into its higher intelligence in the higher heart, then that becomes your guidance. So whether you tune into your higher mind or the higher heart, it is always an optimal balance. So this week is the energy of the higher mind, which means engaging in mysteries, engaging in philosophies, exploring the deeper and richer aspects of creation. So going into some esoteric studies, or realize the energy that is coming through. That's one tip for the mind and for us to navigate through this week. The other aspect is coming through light language. So for those who are new to light language, this is the language of the cosmos. This is the language of creation. So we may not understand the warmth of your soul through this transmission. So allow this transmission to assist you with that. It's assisting us with moving into the highest timelines. It's assisting us with more alignment with our Akashic field. And it's really assisting us to become fully us in this and every moment. Ana sarala shutukura nasi anasha asarala nakuta kasahi sahinasa. Iala natukuru no shi turukura nasha asaha. Ala nasi anara shi utukura nasa anasaha. Iala nashirukuru no kusha atanasi a. Atanasi a. Atanasi a. There is an attunement and alignment in our galactic Akash with Aldebaran this week. So I don't know what the cosmology of this is for the week, but Aldebaran is considered to be the eye of the Taurus bull. So in the Taurus constellation, you'll find this star. It's a bright star, bright red star, and it's got these planets around it, and it's believed that Archangel Michael and his blue ray, it actually originated from Aldebaran. This is also a place that has been a melting pot of many things. There have been beings that have come from our antimatter universe. Now, again, I'm getting a little bit technical here, but what that means is there is an opposite universe to ours. This is our universe, and then the other universe is called the Tao universe. Now, it's also a part of a much bigger orchestration, and many universes, many omniverses coming together to create the soup of existence. But within this context of the week, we are really connecting with beings who have come in from another universe. They found how to cross the barrier of time and space to come to the opposite direction of their own reality. And as they came here, they were much more advanced. They're almost the opposite of us, because their night sky is bright and their stars are dark spots, which is the opposite to us. So a lot of things are kind of opposite, but in the same sense, it's another aspect of yourself coming and joining here. So connecting with that opposite aspect of you, the antimatter aspect of you, when there is the positive, there is also the negative. So it is really coming in and owning all those parts of you that become the rainbow. So Aldebaran represents that energy. It also represents the energy of justice. It also represents the energy of truth and fighting for justice. So it's a kind of a warrior energy this week. This warrior energy and the vibration of this blue ray from Archangel Michael is all to do with really aligning everything and asking yourself the question, is this aligned with my highest good? Is this aligned with who I am as a soul? And really going with that. Yana shurulunoshi atakana siana shura liana shu isarana. So lots of blue energy is stepping into this week. Yahala nashu asainaka. Blue as the vibration of wisdom, blue as the vibration of depths and the wisdom within the waters. Yana shurulunoshi atakana shurunukula hinasa. Yana shurunukula nashanaka. The wisdom of holding a sword. It's not about, when you hold a sword, it's not about using it to damage, but it is really about holding it to be able to know that you will be able to defend what is just. You will be able to defend what is true. Again, this is not the violent form of the sword, but this is the aspect of justice that we are representing through this. Yala nashu atikanashi asiyarana saha. Yanashulanasa, lots of heart shifts occurring, lots of throat shift occurring. Yanashurana salana shuruku. What are those truths that you have silently held? Yanashurana surana shutukula nashunuku anaka. Some truths are meant to be held in silence and to become that truth. Yanashunasa, and some truths are meant to be expressed. Yalana Shurana Sunukuruku. And the illusion that we have on our planet is that truth is always hurtful. That's not true. Furthest from truth. The highest and ultimate level of truth always brings joy. It always brings soul expansion. And so in the way that you are approaching truth, in the way that you are expressing your truth, can it be sprinkled with a bit of kindness? Yana Shurana Lahi Tukunuku. So the things that are undisputably a boundary, keeping those things clear, and yet to be able to deliver your truth with kindness. Yana Shulana Saraka. That's when justice is served with balance. Yana shurana siarana shuralana shuna tukurunoshu asahinasa asahinasa. And all the parts of you that are afraid to go into the deep unknown. Yana shulana siarana shunukuruku shanaka. There is light and strength occurring, and all the navigation between the waters and the air that are happening as you're sitting on your dragon. Yalana shurana siyana tukunaka. It's now happening with sprinkles of joy. Yana shulana sarana tukunana shuna salanaka. So what they're also showing me, another additional message, is that if you're sitting for a meditative practice, or if you're sitting to tune into something beyond yourself, maybe it's a ritual that you do, it's something that grounds you. When you do these practices, give yourself permission to have some fun with it. Yana shurala nasha atakana saranashu asahinaka. For spiritual practices don't have to be painfully, solemnly serious. They can be joyful, and they can be fun. Yana shurana salana shutakanaka. But this is a grounded fun. Yasyanasa. 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 Lots of shift has occurred in the throat chakra, and you can come back to this anytime during the week or in other weeks to allow you to get the best of this energy. Anytime you feel you want to express a bit more, you want to express with the balance of tact as well as tact, kindness and clarity, you can come back into this and listen to this light language activation, and also ask your own heart, ask your own mind, and journey with your inner wisdom. It will always be there if you're ready to listen. Yana Suranasha. So all those who have tuned in, if there's anything you'd like to share or ask, you can leave it in comments, and I'll get back to you. If you're leaving it in comments of the video, I'll get back to you later. And if you're live, then I'll respond to you right away. Welcome, Teresa. Lovely to see you here. All right, so it looks like there are no questions at the moment, and that is perfect. So allow this to sit with you. Allow the energies of this week to guide you. I've also been guided to just quickly pull a card before we complete. This is a card deck that I created myself, but I'm not yet ready to release it. It's called Codes of Kemet, and I actually created these activations for my previous Egypt retreat. So one of the cards is coming up to assist us with this energy, and the card is beautiful. Okay, it's Isis. And the card says, I am the miracle of love. So allowing yourself to soak in this energy. She's a strong and gentle energy at the same time, and I think this is perfect. She's the perfect balance of all. So this is also about believing in miracles. So if you've been afraid, you've wondered whether this thing that you really desire will happen or not, or you may feel stuck that, oh, I can't get out of this situation, then this is a time when the blessing is coming through, that miracles do happen. And this is a week for miracles to happen as well. So keep your heart a little bit open to miracles as well. And of course, they come in when you least expect them. But sometimes we need to just keep the door ajar so that miracles can open the door and step in. Thank you so much. And thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that you liked it. All right. And so with that, I also wanted to pause and share something that is brewing in my field of offerings. So all those who are tuning in, you're very welcome to join my monthly group Akashic meditation. And this is on the 6th of March at 7:30 p.m. AEDT. I'll leave the links in the description of this video on YouTube. So the tickets and everything, all the details are right there. The other thing that I'm doing is after 8 months, I'm offering a Moneki Shamanic Teacher Certification. You don't need to be a certified healer before this. You don't need to have any prior experience before this. All that is required is that you are ready to step into your own deeper divine alignment. And I can say it is one of the deepest and most profound things that I got to learn and I get to share. So I'm doing this after 8 months. This is starting on the 15th of March, and it is a teacher certification. So you'll be able to do what I'm doing with Moneki after the course. So I'll leave the details of that as well in the description. And if you'd like to journey with me on a personal level in your one-on-one Akashic journey, then also I'll leave the details in the description. It's a very profound experience to go in your records. Your ancestors come through, your soul's higher wisdom comes through, your soul's patterns, gifts come through. And I laugh with you, I cry with you, and we journey with energetic attunements together. So thank you so much for giving me the space in your Monday, and so much love to you, and I will see you next week.